Hi, Susan Sweeney here, and today I'm going to talk with you about website design and development methodology. Now, it really doesn't matter if you have a web developer or if you're going to develop the website yourself. You still need to go through this process. And even more important, if you're not developing the website yourself, if you're working with a web developer, you definitely need to be very much involved with the development of your website. It's your website. You know what you want to do. You know what you want to accomplish far better than the web developer. This is your business. You know the language that needs to be used. You know your customer. So very, very important that you go through this process, whether you're developing the website yourself or whether you're using a web developer. To start off, what you need to do is you need to determine your objectives for this website. You need to think about, why am I building this website? You need to brainstorm with all of the people in your organization because everybody brings something different to the table. Now, the list of objectives will be fairly exhaustive. You'll come up with a number of different things. You know, we want to generate some leads. We want to get more people out to our open houses. We want to have more people list their houses with us and know why they want to list with us. So you've got a number of things that are going to be related to the real estate side of things. But think as well that this is the internet, and there are a few different things that you're going to need to consider in terms of your objectives. You're going to want to make sure that your site places nice and high with the search engines. You're going to want to make sure that you've got permission marketing and viral marketing incorporated appropriately throughout your website. So there are going to be online and offline objectives that you want to consider. So very, very important that you brainstorm, come up with this complete list of objectives, and then document them and provide those to your web developer, because think about it. If you haven't told your web developer what your objectives are, it's pretty much impossible for that web developer to build you a site that's going to achieve your objectives. So you start off with your objectives. The next thing that you need to do is, again, do that brainstorming to come up with a list of all of your different target markets. Who is it that you're building this website for? So, of course, you've got buyers and sellers, but you really need to think about the niches that you sell to. Is it second home buyers? Is it investment properties that you're selling? Do you have a niche in waterfront properties or condos? Or, what is your particular niche? What are all the niches that you really go after in terms of your target markets? Now, once you've documented and listed all of those different target markets, what you need to do is take that a step further. Take each one of the target markets, and then what you do for each one of them is determine, what are their needs? What do they need to be able to make the decision that they want to do some business with you? What do they want on your website that is going to really impress them? What information do they want to make that buying decision that you're the agent that they want to work with? What are their expectations when they come to visit that website? So you need to take, for each one of the target markets, what are their needs, what are their expectations, what are their wants, and what format do they want that information in? Is it text? Is it a checklist? Is it video? What is it that they're looking for? So you need to do that for every one of the target markets. And then for each one of the target markets, you also want to take a look at wow factor. What can you have as wow factor for each one of those target markets so that when they come to visit your website, they say, wow, this is everything that I'm looking for. I don't need to go anyplace else. This is the real estate agent that I want to work with. So you need to look at objectives, target markets, and now the next thing is you need to take a look at is the products and services that you want to promote on your website. Do you offer other services besides listing and selling properties? Do you do leasing? Do you do renting? Do you do vacation rentals? Are there any other products and services that you want to promote on your website in addition to the listing and the selling of houses? So you need to think about that as well. The next thing that you need to do is do some competitive analysis. And if you know that anybody, before they make their buying decision or decision on what real estate agent they're going to work with, is going to visit a minimum of 3 different websites before they visit yours, you need to know that your website is going to be better than any 3 that they visit to be able to win. It is a competition out there. So you need to know what's happening out there. What are the trends with real estate websites? What are the technologies that are being used? What is it that's really grabbing people's attention when they visit your competitors' websites? So you need to do that competitive analysis to go out and check out the competition, to find the best of the best, and then make sure that your site is going to surpass them. So you need to do that competitive analysis. Once you go through this objectives, target markets, products and services, and competitive analysis, you'll have all of the information that you need to be able to develop the storyboard for your website. It's the blueprint of your website. It's basically on paper what your website is going to look like, what items are going to be in your navigation bar, and what are you going to have individual pages on your website for. So it will be a blueprint of your website. So once you've got this blueprint of your website and you know the specific pages that you're going to have, then what you need to do is, the first step is you need to develop the copy, develop the text and the specific graphics for every single page of that website. And yes, I said you. You need to develop the text because you know your customer, you know your target customer, you know your business, you know the lingo, and all of those things need to be incorporated into every single page of the website. So you develop the first draft of the copy and the specific pictures, specific graphics that you'd like to have on every single page of the site. The next thing that has to happen is that somebody who knows online copy needs to rework your text. And so the online copywriter knows how to get the message across in as few words as possible. They know how to incorporate calls to action to get people to do what you want them to do. They know how to very succinctly grab that reader's attention. The online copywriter knows that they need to write for scannability. They know that there will only be 2 or 3 lines per paragraph because people don't read on the web, they scan. So the copywriter does their magic. And of course, the copywriter could be somebody in your organization. It could be somebody in the web developer organization, or it could be an outsourced third party. The next thing that needs to happen is the internet marketing people do their magic. And again, it could be somebody in your organization. It could be somebody in the web developer organization. It could be somebody that's outsourced a third party. But the internet marketing people do their magic. What they do is they make sure that keyword phrases have been assigned to different pages and that those keyword phrases have been inserted appropriately in all the proper places on each page of the website so that your site is optimized for the search engines, that it's going to place nice and high in the search results. The internet marketing people also know the importance of repeat traffic generators, permission marketing, viral marketing, stickiness, and they make sure that all of those elements are incorporated appropriately through every single page of your website. The next thing that happens is that the graphic designers do their magic, and don't underestimate the power of graphic design. You don't get a second chance to make a first impression, and within 3 seconds of somebody visiting your website, they know whether they want to go deeper or whether it's a pass. So the graphic design really has to grab their attention, invite them in, and it's very, very important that it be absolutely fantastic, and you've got to beat out the competition. So there's a process for designing and developing your website to make sure that it's one that's going to achieve your objectives, one that's going to appeal to your target markets and get them to do what you want them to do, that it's going to beat out the competition, and that once they visit, you're going to have all of the elements that are important to get people to come back again to your website, to tell other people about your website and about your products and services, and to place nice and high in the search results. Very, very important that you go through this process, whether you're developing the website yourself or whether you're working with an outside web developer.